Hello, I'm Kads, and welcome back to the free-to-play review. So today's topic, we're going to be talking about the latest iteration of the summon pool, the Telerian summon pool, which is offering a smattering of faction unity champions across the Telerian League, which for those of you who are not familiar with the families of the factions, that would be the Bannerlords, Sacred Order, Barbarians, and the High Elves. This is definitely the first time we've had multiple headline champions being offered in a summon pool, at least since the headline champion system was added to summon pools. And from this collection, I do think that Fallman is probably the most desirable because you can do pretty cool things with the Sacred Order. Aislinn is pretty decent if you have like Tars and Marichka, could be a very annoying combination. And then Fine is pretty popular in like the new age of Hydra and Trenda teams. Dune Lord Gregor does not see much play, but he was very annoying in the Odin event dungeon. Aside from those, you still have a decent chance to get a smattering of legendaries from the Telerian League. Stultus is pretty good for hard mode dragon. He's immune to poisons in the weaken. Wixwell is of course very popular previous fusion, but still popular in Demon Lord Clan Boss for the Infinity Shield site composition. Glacea is definitely a sleeper pick, but she's decent against lockout champions. Rhea, of course, super popular for her cleanse, block debuffs, and the big shield with increased defense. Wallmaster Atharion is a Hydra god. Armand is absolutely busted and broken, enough said about him. Clouds of the Rye, fairly underrated in my opinion, but a fairly decent cleanser and reviver, support champion. And then one of the newer champions in the game who has a pretty interesting ally attack in his kit. There's also a decent assortment of epics in the pool. We have a couple of epics for the Lady Mikage fusion. We have Neldor, who's good hardbound Fire Knight. Mordecai, who has the affinity friendly AoE HP burn. Deacon Armstrong, one of the strongest turn meter boosting epics in the entire game, or turn meter manipulation epics in the entire game. Stag Knight, one of the best, if not the best, epic debuffer in the game. And then Ferric and the Fat, probably the best epic ally attacker in the game. When it comes to these summoning changes, it's basically where we've seen it for many months now. 6% chance to get a legendary and 94% chance to get an epic, so effectively a sacred shard. And as you'd expect from a summon pool featuring headline champions, it is going to cost 40 fragments per summon. However, in this case, it does seem that there's only going to be one air quotes free summon being offered in the respective Sand Devil tournament, all the way up there at 6,300 points in said tournament. As you can see here, I have not done this at all whatsoever, so spoiler alert on my plan when it comes to this summon pool. But nonetheless, I do think it could have been strategic for some of you to go for it, just because there was not much else to do before the fusion starts, before the new event dungeon comes. You could have been working on the Sand Devil tournament and gotten your way all the way out to 6,300 and claimed your free summon. But even if you didn't like the champions in this particular summon pool, you could get all the way out there to 6,300 and just let it sit here in the tournament tab, because this Sand Devil tournament ends in a day and a little over that. And then if you come back to the summon pool, you can see that it ends in 3 days. So you would be able to preserve those crystals for the next summon pool, but only for the next summon pool if you wanted to opt for that, because you didn't like the collection of legendaries in this particular pool. However, I do think you could walk away with some pretty solid supports if you don't have them already. So if I was participating, I'd probably be willing to take my chances with this particular set of champions. The reason I didn't go for this particular summon pool is because I've been working hard on my masteries for my champions for my new and improved Demon Lord Clan Boss team, and I want that up and running as soon as possible, ideally before the next fusion starts. Otherwise, I wouldn't have much spare energy to work on masteries for the next 2 weeks or so, which would just delay it even further. And like I said, I'd like that up and running as soon as possible. So I've been focusing on masteries for my champions for the past couple of days in between the fusions. At this point, it's probably too late to tell you to go for the air quotes free summon for this summon pool. You probably decided one way or the other already. But in this case, I do think the collection of champions was worth burning some energy in the Sand Devil if you so chose. That's going to do it for this free-to-play review of the Telerian summon pool. Let me know in the comment section down below if you're going for the air quotes free summon. This weekend should be a champion chase pertaining to the Mad Hatter fusion. So if you were going to summon in this particular summon pool, I would definitely wait to double dip when that goes live, just to bank the free points in the champion chase towards the fusion. As always, if you did find this video helpful, then be sure to hit that like button down below. It really does help out the channel, and feel free to hit that subscribe button down below as well if you're enjoying the content on this channel for more content just like this one in the future. Thanks for watching and have a good one.